Attention passionate New York Giants, FNS latest news. Something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run. A power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand, but before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other. Reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants, FNS. Let's get to the news. So my fellow Giants fans, we all know that the offseason is a crucial time for any team. Especially one like the New York Giants, who are aiming to bounce back after a roller coaster of a 2023 season. And let's be honest, this team has shown a lot of promise, but also some glaring holes that need addressing if they want to truly contend in 2024 and beyond. One of the biggest storylines that's been buzzing around the Giants camp lately is their offensive line, a unit that's been somewhat of a concern for a few seasons now. I mean, who isn't paying attention to what's happening up front? Because at the end of the day, if your offensive line isn't solid, your entire offense suffers no matter how talented your skilled players are. The Giants made some moves during the offseason, bringing back veteran Greg Van Rote in hopes of adding some stability at right guard. But let's be real here, Van Rote is more of a stopgap than a long-term solution. The team has been actively exploring options to upgrade that position, and the idea of signing a veteran like Brandon Scherff has been gaining traction. Scherff, a 5-time Pro Bowler and one of the most respected guards in the league, is a free agent after spending last season with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Despite being 33, he's still playing at a very high level, especially when it comes to pass protection. Now, I want you to think about this last season. Scherff didn't allow a single sack over 592 pass blocking snaps. That's an incredible stat for a guard, especially considering how much the NFL has shifted towards pass-heavy offenses. It shows consistency, durability, and a high football IQ qualities that any team in contention would love to have on their offensive line. And even though his last Pro Bowl appearance was in 2021, don't let that fool you. Scherff remains one of the most reliable guards in the league, a player who can come in and immediately elevate the entire unit. But wait, there's more. The Giants, despite their ambitions, are operating with a pretty tight cap situation. According to Over the Cap, they have roughly $5.95 million in cap space left after restructuring some contracts post-2025 draft. That's among the lowest in the NFL, only slightly ahead of the Bills and Falcons. So signing someone like Scherff isn't just about talent, it's also about financial planning. Spotra projects that Scherff could command around $6.7 million for a one-year deal. That's not chump change, but considering what he brings to the table, it might be a smart investment, especially if the Giants want to solidify that right guard spot and give Daniel Jones a better shot at success. Now, you might be wondering, why are we so focused on this one player? Well, because it's more than just about one guard. It's about the overall direction of this team. The Giants have a lot of pieces in place, and they've made some smart draft picks, like using a 5th-rounder on Perodos Marcus Embo to add depth along the line. But the interior offensive line is still a question mark, especially at right guard. Team needs someone who can step in and not just fill a spot, but dominate it, because the division is tough and every game counts. You see, the NFC East is getting more competitive every season. The Eagles continue to be a powerhouse with their high-power defense and stout defense. The Cowboys, though they had their ups and downs last year, still have a formidable roster and a talented quarterback in Dak Prescott. The Washington Commanders are also making moves, trying to build a more balanced team. So for the Giants, it's about closing the gap, about making those smart strategic moves that put them in a position to challenge for the division title and ultimately a deep playoff run. And investing in a veteran like Scherff could be exactly that move. Imagine the impact of having a seasoned pro on the right side. Someone who can anchor the line, help mentor the younger players, and bring a winning mentality. Plus Scherff's experience in big moments, his leadership and his consistency could be exactly what the Giants need to turn the page. Remember, last season was a step forward for Daniel Jones and the offense, but the line was sometimes a liability, especially in critical moments. Improving that unit could be the final piece of the puzzle for a team that's on the verge of something special. Now, for all the fans out there who might be thinking, is this really feasible? I get it, cap space is tight and the team has to be smart with their money. But the Giants have shown that they're not afraid to make bold moves if it means winning more games, and bringing in a player like Scherff, even on a short-term deal, could be a game changer. Not to mention, it sends a message to the rest of the league that the Giants are serious about contending. It's about making those strategic investments that pay off in the long run. And let's not forget, Scherff's durability is a huge selling point, yeah. Hasn't missed a game in the last 3 seasons, which is rare for an interior lineman. When you're building a team that's aiming for consistency, reliability like that is gold. Plus, his leadership and veteran presence could be invaluable for the young guys like Evan Neal, who's been trying to find his footing after a rocky start to his career. Having a guy like Scherff in the locker room could boost morale and set a standard of excellence. Now, I know some fans might be skeptical, thinking, is it worth spending close to $7 million on a guard at this stage of his career? Well, it's all about context. The Giants have to weigh the cost against the potential upgrade. And considering how important the offensive line is to everything they want to accomplish, it might be a price worth paying. Because at the end of the day, a strong line gives your quarterback more time, opens up running lanes, and keeps your defense off the field. It's the foundation of a thriving offense. And for those who love history, remember that the Giants have a tradition of building around solid trenches. From the days of the Big Blue Wrecking Crew in the 1980s to their recent Super Bowl triumphs, success often starts on the line. So bringing in a veteran like Scherff isn't just about fixing a position. It's about restoring that identity, that culture of toughness and resilience that the Giants are known for. As we look ahead to the season, it's clear that everything hinges on these key decisions. Will the Giants pull the trigger and sign Scherff? Will they roll with the current line and hope for the best? Only time will tell. But one thing as for sure, the team's front office is aware of the stakes, and they're exploring every avenue to make sure this season is different from the last, because no team wants to fall short, especially not a franchise with such a rich history and passionate fan base like ours. So what do you think, Giants fans? Is signing Scherff the move that could push this team over the edge? Do you believe he's the missing piece along the offensive line, or do you think the team should focus on other areas of need? I want to hear your thoughts, your predictions, and your hopes for the upcoming season, because at the end of the day, we're all in this together, rooting for the same team, dreaming of that Super Bowl glory once again. And with the right moves, the right mindset, and a bit of that Giants grit, I truly believe this team can surprise everyone. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YUTB algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like and this video go ahead quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. As we wrap up, let's not forget that the off-season is just the beginning. There's still plenty of time for the Giants to make that final push, to make those last-minute moves that could define their season, whether it's signing a veteran guard like Scherff or making strategic draft selections. Every decision counts, and fans, your voice matters. Keep supporting, keep believing, and keep pushing for that Super Bowl dream. Because if there's one thing we know about the Giants, it's that they never give up, they never back down, and they always fight till the very end. So stay tuned, stay hyped, and let's get ready for what promises to be an exciting 2024 NFL season. The Giants are on the rise, and with a little luck, a lot of heart, and some smart moves, this could be the year we finally see that Lombardi Trophy back home in the Big Apple. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, I'll be back soon with even more updates, news, and analysis. Until then, let's go Giants.